Watch until the end of this video because at the end I have something for you. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. For those of you who are new here, my name is Rojan, and in this channel I talk about the issues that I've gone through over the past 10 or 11 years of my life and how I normally deal with them. Today I'm going to be talking about relationships. This has been bothering me so much over the past 2 weeks. I've been thinking about it over and over again. The relationships that I'm talking about is not necessarily relationships with the opposite sex. It is relationships with anybody around you. It could be your friends, your family, or even yourself. And most importantly, yourself. I think that humans are very complicated creatures, and it is really weird for us to think that we know other people. That when it comes to relationships, we know everything. We are the masters of relationships and how to react to each other, whereas with the second we're put in a situation, we don't even have a single clue of what to do. As a human myself, I am often confused. I think that relationships are a crazy thing because us humans, we change constantly, and as much as we would like other people around us to stay the same, that's never the case. So often we are surprised by how they act simply because they have changed, and we think that that is a negative thing, whereas that is just a part of growing, and you yourself always are changing. So that's why the relationships between people are never going to be the same all the time, because both sides are growing, learning, and changing all the time. So the other day I was hanging out with my family who have been here for the past week and a half. I got into a very small argument with them, and I started to think about all of these things that make no sense to me. I started acting really crazy. I started acting like in a way that I wouldn't expect myself to act, but then again, it is the way that I act always whenever I get into a situation which I don't like. And she started acting in a way that I can never know because I'm always surprised and I'm just like confused every time. And then I started thinking about this thing that every single time that I'm in a situation with anybody, I'm confused because one, I don't know who the people around me are, and two, I don't even know who I am. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or if it's a good thing, but again, it comes with this whole confusion of relationships with other people and how they reflect on you. That might sound really confusing and really messed up, that I don't know who I am. I thought that I knew a lot about myself, and I thought that because I've gone through so much, I've really truly understood who I am deep down. When I'm not in contact with other people, I'm certain about myself. I'm certain who I am. Whenever I'm put in different situations, I react in a way that is even surprising to me. I just don't understand how that would work. So I started thinking, what brings this out and what relationships are really with the people around you. And it started to make sense to me once I started thinking of, okay, I don't know my mom, I don't know how she acts, or I don't know how I act, but this is not because I don't know them, it's because we've been changing so much. I am a person who changed quite a lot, and for that reason and for many other reasons, I have been writing in a journal, which is this one. I think that I started this journal about 4 or 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I started to read this and think, do I really know who I am? And I came across a note that I made like 2 years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and it is literally the same situation I am in right now. And I'm not saying this to you because I want you guys to know that I'm messed up or something like that. I think that maybe somebody out there is gonna be like, oh yeah, I feel the same. A lot of the times I think I don't know myself, and a lot of the times I think that the people around me who I think I know surprise me with how they act, and I'm here to tell you that that is literally what happens to the rest of us, and it still doesn't take away from who you want to be and who you are, but it is a very, very confusing situation. So I'll read this. I need to translate this actually because it's written in Farsi. Wow, I have a lot that I've written in this, which is kind of weird. Wait, if you want to know what I've written, message me, I guess, or leave a comment down below if you think it's interesting to see what the 16-year-old Rojan thought about boys. I have a lot about boys, like, which is really weird. Anyways, okay, I'll start. So this was written on July 8th of 2014, I think. I didn't write the year, but I know it's about 2 or 3 years ago. Today, after a long time, I started writing again. I don't know why it is. I think that whenever it gets tough for me, I start writing in this notebook. True. The thing that has changed a lot ever since I started writing in this notebook has been my knowledge about myself. My surroundings and my life. Let's just say that the problems that I have right now could be a lot worse. But then again, I always think that it's my fault, that I am a bad person, that I am a bad friend, a bad daughter, and a bad sister. But over the past years, I have realized that that's not the case. It's not that I don't care about people. Right, so this is about a boy, okay? Just stay with me. It's not that I don't love him, it's just that I never had a connection with him. Every time I wanted to count on him and trust him, he didn't let me in, and he made sure to close the doors on me. Wow. I don't know what to do with all this hatred inside me, but I know that it is eating me from inside. I'm not able to explain it to anybody. Here's where it gets weird. Is it possible that this is just everybody's life and I'm just a bad person? Is it true? Can it be real? I vow to myself that the bad situations around me would never change me and it would never tear my heart apart. But what if I'm not that good of a person to begin with? So as you can see, even like 2 or 3 years ago, I felt that I didn't know myself, and I think that that is something that happens quite a lot in our lives. I think that because the different situations happen, we tend to think that we don't know ourselves and we don't know the people around us, and that's where we think that we lost ourselves. And I think that in a lot of situations I feel that way, but I don't think that should be the case, and I don't even know how to feel about this video because I know that it is all over the place, but I am really curious to hear your thoughts. Again, I think that relationships with the people around you are really confusing because you think that you know them, but they tend to surprise you often, and because the way that they act, they make you feel like you don't know yourself, and that's where you think that you lose it all and that you don't know how to react in this crazy world. But I don't have a solution to that, but I do have a remedy for that. I think that in these situations, what you need to be able to do is that you need to go and write how you feel in somewhere, wherever it is. You can even record your voice. You can make a video diary or make a video and talk about it, and talk about what has happened, why you think that you don't know yourself, who do you think you are, and who do you want to be. Because a lot of the times when these things happen, they just confuse our human brains. We shouldn't let situations get to us and take away our personalities. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. I think that this video was all over the place, and I am sure that it was. So yeah, I mean, tell me what you think about it. Tell me, am I just crazy? Is it just me that thinks that this happens, or do I make everything sound a lot more complicated than it is? Tell me. I would really like to know your opinions about this situation. Has this ever happened to you? Is there times that you're so confused about life and about situations that you think that you've lost yourself and you don't even know who you are? And Is there anything that you did for that, or did you just leave it and I don't know, you remembered who you were at some point? Before you go, I would like to add something. I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys saying your stories or what have you been going through, and a lot of you are young, and the reason why I started this channel was because I wanted to give a voice to the people who didn't have the ability to talk about a lot of the things, and I wanted to add a part to my videos where I do give a platform to the people that send me messages. I remember that I was going through a lot at that point that I thought nobody else was, and I wanted to put my story out somewhere where there would be people who would tell me that they're going through the same, or they would give me their opinions. And I do get a lot of messages from you guys giving me your stories of what has happened to you, and if you want me to talk about something and discuss it and hear other people's opinions, then send them to me. I have opened an email address or an email, whatever, just for this, and I will link it down in the description, and I will also put it here somewhere. If there's anything that you want me to know, or if you want other people to know, if you want your story to be out there and you want to hear other people's opinions, or even like my opinion, send them to me in the email and I will read them in my videos. I might even add do like a whole video for like every week of only these. And yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this or not, but I really did want to give a platform to the people who weren't able to talk about these. Again, that is why I started my YouTube channel. I will leave you with this confusing video, and I hope that you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to me, and comment down below. Tell me, what was your favorite part? How did you feel about this? Have you ever gotten through something like this? Have you ever felt something like this? And if you want me to read your story, then email them to me in the email that is linked in the description. And yes, that is all I have for you for this video. Thank you so much for being so awesome. We're so close to 400 subscribers, which is like beyond me. And I love you so much. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter and on my Instagram. Stay awesome, keep being you, and keep smiling, because we all deserve it. Bye!
Sitting poolside,